Thinking big is probably one of the most underrated skills that's involved in running a business. Because if you want to reach high goals, and let's face it, leaving your job, starting a business is considered to be, yes, a risky thing. But it can also be very highly rewarding because nothing compares to having the freedom to make the choices that you want to make, do the things that you want to do, spend the money that you have on your own terms, and to not have to worry about the future so much because you've got the income, you've got the lifestyle that you have long since desired. And that's what running a business primarily delivers to a lot of people. However, kicking off and getting things started can be very tough for a lot of business people. And what could hold you possibly back is not thinking big enough and not having the courage to charge the amount of money that you need to charge, and also not having the courage to think of those lofty, tall goals that are going to deliver those types of results. Because you need to have big goals that are going to give you the kind of money that you desire so that you can have the lifestyle that you earnestly desire. At some level, the reason why you clicked on this video is because you have thought about thinking big before. And maybe the concept is totally new to you. That's fine. However, I want you to take this as a very serious topic because it can mean the difference between you taking a year to reach some of your goals or maybe taking 10 years to reach some of your goals. All depends on how fast and how big you think. For example, I recently went to a seminar that had over 100 people in attendance, and quite a lot of the business owners there, I would say, based upon all the people that I spoke to on the weekend, had businesses where they were earning well in excess of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars per year in income. And their business sizes, based on assets, were anything from small, lower $1 million levels right up to multi-nine-figure, multi-million-dollar businesses. And why would they be there? Because they wanted to learn the secrets of thinking bigger than where they were, to have paradigm shifts, and the speaker at this particular case, Karen Brook, certainly gave them all of the answers to their needs in that department. And I'd also been in other different mastermind groups where people are only just beginning, just starting out. And understandably, they're at a tender stage where, maybe they don't even know they need to think big. However, I do think that you do need to think big, and that's why I'm saying wake up to it right now. There's 3 things that you have to do if you want to get success in thinking big for your business. Now, the first of all is to set big goals. Really give yourself what's known as the big hairy goals, or a really stretch goal, something that really pushes you to the very limit, and take on a goal like that. If you said you wanted to earn $100,000 for the year, why not shoot for $500,000 a year? Why not shoot for $1 million a year? And then sit down and figure out, hey, is this really possible? And yes, why the heck not? If you work out a smaller problem, you're bound to work out a much better solution if you pick a bigger number. Okay, number 2, have the self-image of somebody already earning at that level or already running a business at that level. I mean, if your business had 10 employees and you currently only have 1, maybe that might even be yourself, think what your decision-making skills are going to be like if you are already operating at 10 employees. If you're already operating at maybe 10 times the revenue that you currently have. So set a goal at that level and make sure that your image moves up to that level as well. So your self-image needs to move at that level. The other thing that you need to do is, and the third thing that could be very vital for what you're doing, is to just simply take the actions that you need to do, no matter how difficult they are, to achieve those goals. Now, of course, that will mean you're going to do some uncomfortable stuff, right? All goal setting, and particularly goal achievement, doesn't require merely reading a few namby-pamby affirmations and thinking, the universe is just going to deliver to me. All I have to do is just dream of these things and think of these lovely thoughts, and it will all magically appear on my lap. Well, I'm here to tell you that won't happen. It won't happen if you don't take the actions and if you sit around and wait for all these other things to happen without your input into them. You have to do the ugly work, the grunt work, whatever it takes to make that happen. Don't give yourself excuses and say, oh, it's raining outside today. I don't think I'll go and make that sales call to that potential customer. Well, you have to figure out a way. Buy yourself an umbrella. Get yourself into the taxi if your car isn't operating. Do whatever it takes to make things happen. And if you do that, those 3 things alone are going to have a tremendous impact upon your business. The other thing I suggest you to do, and it's worthwhile, I've been reading the book recently myself, and that is to buy yourself a copy of the book Think and Grow Rich. And also another book that I find is very powerful is The Magic of Thinking Big. The Magic of Thinking Big is a very powerful book because it will get you out of that excusitis, out of making tiny little namby-pamby goals. Sure, you've heard the term baby steps, but I don't really believe that's always the way you have to go. I believe sometimes you do need to take a big stab in the dark and really forge through something big. Otherwise, nothing is going to happen. There you go. I've given you some great ideas. The next part you've got to put into it is some action. You've got to take out that diary, make some plans and diary dates, and get things done that's going to be required to give you the desired result that you're looking for. Yes, and you'll get the cheer of applause in the process. So give it a go. You know what to do. Like and subscribe. This is David Newton speaking.